You know what I mean? Doing really good to be in this position, getting really close to those dividends.
We'll see. We're going to be making some money today already just for making it this far probably, but we're going to see just how much.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Okay. Blaze and Acno, though. I mean, these guys are so good. And we got the Bryn Taros, so, you know, we got Ignorance and then Bryn. You know, Bryn's like, we're talking about Bovar and we're talking about Val, and then, oh my gosh, like, look how easy it is for them to clean up, right? These are just characters that are so proven to be amazing in the 2v2 metagame, and the formula has never stopped working. The recipe has always been good. It's like grandma's pie. It doesn't stop hitting.
So,
Smoke.
You said we got Ignorance and we have Bryn. We're going to really act like Bryn's not Ignorance. I'm not going, man.
I mean, but she's an angel. You know,
No.
that's how they try to spin it. Oh, she's an angel. She can't be ignorant.
Oh, that character causes me so much heartache. What a scoop. Nobody goes down for the chase. He's going to be able to make it back. All right, so I like this comp of Taros and Ogrim, right? It's two hard hitters and two different diverse weapons on the side of their secondaries outside of their axes. Here we go. My goodness, this is I'm looking at these stocks. This game's going kind of quick.
Oh, you could have told me. I could have sworn this game just started 30 seconds ago. What's the word right now? We got final stocks. It is not looking too great at all for Team Red. On the verge of getting 5 stock, 4 stock. And,
yeah,
you know, it's like, all right, Hazer is 1 hit away. And Macheeete will be soon to follow. This just kind of, it's one of those moments where it's like, all right, I think these guys kind of got you outclassed. You know, I don't really know what else to say here. Hazer's already been, or rather Macheete's already been knocked out, and then Hazer was soon to follow. It was like clockwork. Like, that game lasted 1 minute and I think 56 seconds. That's fast.
Goodness, man.
Especially
and if there's anything that's going to tell you anything, just look at these replays. Look at that last conversion from Acno. It was so clean. Boom, boom. Look at that. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's called a body bag. Ain't no way to spin it. Ain't no way to spin it. You know, like, hey, sometimes we hop on here and we're like, oh man, crazy play, and this is, you got tossed. You know, you got tossed, but that's okay, because one of the things about being a competitor is getting beat up, right? Like, if you're a competitor, you have to have some degree of anime protagonist syndrome where you got to get the living crap beat out of you, and then that's when you awaken, right? Take the limiters off, ascend. Because otherwise, you're going to be finding yourself out the tournament in the loser bracket. So, come on now. Let's see what you guys can bring to the table. Already much more even of a game here on Shipwreck. We'll see what they have to bring.
More even damage-wise, but
see,
that's what I was trying to talk about. Acno's axe play was looking unrivaled, even though his damage was a little bit up. He was doing a little too much, kind of terrorizing Hazer Delta.
And this is one of those things, too, where, like, let's say this is your first Brawlhalla tournament stream, and you come in and you watch this, and you're like, wow, this Hazer guy and Macheeete are really bad. No, these guys will smoke you in the lobby every day of the week. Blaze and Acno are just that good, you know?
Exactly.
They're just that good. But just as I say that, I mean, take a look. Hazer and Macheeete are able to pull ahead to the lead. And I was saying, when you're the anime protagonist, you got to get beat up first, right? Deku had to break all of his knuckles first before he could throw a punch, you know?
Yep. Yeah, so, but what you said, man, that's one of the biggest things to me when people watch competitive gaming, man. You look at it and you want to think, he's so bad, I can do this, I can do that. No, you can't, man.
Yeah,
if you think you can do it, sign up and see what your placement's going to be, because I'll guarantee you, as a competitor myself in multiple different games, it's not what you think it is.
Especially since we're sitting here in, like, what, top 8 at this point, you know? It's like, all right, these competitors, by the way, you know, are they've made it through thousands, you know, like thousands of people enter these tournaments. So it's like, all right, this is the upper echelon, man. But Hazer and Macheeete, they're doing a good job here. I feel like they're making a decent amount of adjustments. They have a very slight lead. I'm sure Hazer's going to fall fairly soon. And this is someone who only had $375 in earnings, keeping it up with a team that has won, I don't know, probably double digits of tournaments at this point. Like they are nasty with it.
Combined, those dudes had 100K, so you know that I think that's telling something. But they still.
Wow,
Okay, the combo dropped. If that would have landed, that could have been real dangerous for that stock. He's already on red. He might have went out into the abyss, but he's still alive. He's racking up some damage, and Hazer Delta is here with his boy, sitting on yellow, so he's okay. He's just getting jumped right now, and this is not a good look. Does not dodge the weapon throw and goes straight into it. He's getting popped. He needs to make it back on stage. His teammate just lost his stock, and if he goes into deep red, well, forget deep red. You're out of there. Oh my gosh, and it just fell apart. And Macheeete was holding it down. It all fell apart while he was absent.
I can't even blame Hazer there. I think what actually happened was Shipwrecked Falls, right? Like Macheeete was staying alive, and it was in one of those scenarios where it ended up being an issue. We saw, I think it was Blaze sent Macheeete off on the right side of the stage, and then just ran to go get the 2v1 on the Hazer. And then Macheeete, oh my gosh. Oh, I was gonna go for the recovery there to get K off the top. It's gonna be an edge guard. Yeah, that's it, man. It's just a matter of when you survive for too long in a platform fighter in a 2v2, what ends up happening is that you get sent off to one side, they 2v1 your partner on the other side of the stage. And I think, honestly, the play that Macheeete needed to make there was to just kill himself. I think he needed to just kill himself so he could get back into the fray sooner and fight without getting sent across the stage every single time he got hit. Because in that time, they were able to collapse onto Hazer, get a quick and easy 2v1, and then by the time that Macheeete finally lost his stock, during the time that Macheeete was dead, they just killed him.
Sorry about that, guys. My dog started going crazy.
You let the dogs out. No, woof woof. You know, it's that time of day. It's that time of day. So we're going to see. We're going to game 3. It felt like Hazer and Macheeete could have taken that last game. I feel like that very last exchange really kind of sealed the deal for game 2. But otherwise, up until that point, they were keeping it competitive. They were keeping it like what seemed like they were going to win. So we'll see if they can do it on this stage. Crystal Temple's a little bit of a weird one, though.
Yeah, and I know what you were saying about the other stage. They didn't have much room to work with. And honestly, I feel like the edge of this is kind of the same. It's just not as rigid on the bottom. But, you know, it's still one of those stages where you don't really have much to work with on the side. But those platforms are going to be a big piece of the play going into this one.
Yeah, and I think Axe in particular gets a pretty hefty buff from the platforms. You go for like sidelight nair, and if you jump up, you kind of like land on the platform nice and easy, and then you can kind of go for another grounded option without having to burn your gravity cancel. But with that said, I mean, Acno and Blaze, they're turning up.
These weapon throws. And I like it. He just said, you know, I got to just dive off the side. I'm not going to make it back. He gets back onto the stage really quick, able to get back here to help his teammate. But they got to get this stock off of Acno. Acno is really, really damaged, but they can't really get the touch. Look at that dodge.
Okay, let's see. Acno staying alive here. They want that final blow. Macheeete gets it with a sidelight recovery. Ooh, beautiful team. You don't see team combos with the rocket lance and the hammer ever, really. That was sick.
What do you got, man? I feel like that was the sickest combo yet, right? Was that one it, or is the other combo that we saw last match, the unarmed one? What about that one?
It's a tough call. I mean, there was the other one on Miami Dome off the top as well. We've just been seeing all kinds of heat from you today. I don't know. But I'm just glad that we got to see something like that from Hazer and Macheeete, because we've been gassing up Acno and Blaze all day, and it's like, hold on, these guys can cook too. And then they both
they're doing really well. Unfortunate. Lose the stocks right there. The edge guard was so tough. The back play from Blaze while Acno watched the front row. That was so clean the way they handled that. But here we go. Finally hits a big hit and gets Acno off the side. And we're going to get an edge guard from Macheeete, but he's not going to be able to get it. There it is. There we go. He's going to get that done. And Hazer Delta is hanging onto his stock really well. They're doing very good, doing some big damage to Blaze. Blaze is eating it right now. Look at that, on red. So this is a game where they could get this. If they don't let Acno turn up and they get rid of Blaze, they can do this.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to be able to clutch it up here. This is one good blow away on either side. Wiz is going to go to a game 5. Hazer has to do a 2v1. Doesn't have a weapon, so you have a lot to do here. And you can't go for the unarmed neutralite in the 2v1. It is taboo. It is taboo. You have to go for the unarmed sidelight every single time, because otherwise, if you go for the end light, you saw it right there, it just gives the other teammate so much time to respond.
that was. We said that this is the one they could do. You said they were cooking, and it just all started falling apart,
so
man.
close.
Like Kanye says, when it all falls down. Oh my goodness.
Man.
But they played a good set. It's like they didn't get washed. Oh, maybe game one. They didn't get they didn't they didn't really get washed. They did very well. But, you know, that's just owed to the fact that Acno and Blaze are so good. Those earnings, those tournament winnings show